Hello, today I'm going to show you how to change the carbon and ion exchange filter for the LifeStraw Water Pitcher. I'm also going to do a quick review of the LifeStraw Water Pitcher itself and LifeStraw as a company. I'm also going to talk about the importance of water for health and life. If water is so vital to life and health, it makes sense to drink better quality water because there are a lot of contaminants in our drinking water, and bottled water typically contains BPA's. When I first start working with a client, one of the first health or nutrition recommendations I make is to simply make sure they're drinking plenty of water. A lot of people tend to overthink nutrition with complex nutritional principles, but one of the simplest and most effective things you can do to improve your health, performance, and energy level is to simply drink more water, and this is something that a lot of people overlook. Water is of major importance to all living things, and it is essential for human life. Up to 60% of the human adult body is water. According to H. Mitchell in the Journal of Biological Chemistry, the brain and heart are composed of 73% water, and the lungs are about 83% water. The skin contains 64% water, muscles and kidneys are 79% water, and even the bones are slightly watery at 31% water. Not being well hydrated or being dehydrated is one of the first things to sap physical performance when engaging in any kind of prolonged physical activity. It's even more important to stay hydrated in the heat, where not drinking enough water can lead to illness and even death. People often mistake feelings of being thirsty with feeling hungry and end up eating more, whereas people who drink more water feel more full, which may lead to them eating less when they're not hungry. Kind of have two positions here. Any kind of drinking water is better than being dehydrated. Water from a fountain, bottled water, tap water, doesn't matter. It's more important to stay hydrated than to not drink water and waiting until you get some special water from your water pitcher or your water filter at home. But it also just makes sense to drink better quality water as often as you can. If you plan ahead a little bit more and get like a reusable stainless steel bottle or insulated water bottle, you can use water from your water pitcher to fill the reusable bottle, and you can drink really good water most of the time. If water is so vital to life and health, it makes sense to drink better quality water because there are a lot of contaminants in our drinking water, and bottled water typically contains BPA's and also may have higher levels of microplastics in it than tap water. And that brings me finally to the LifeStraw Water Pitcher. I've owned a lot of different water filters over the years. I've had a couple different Britas, Pure. One of my last ones was BWT, which also was a highly rated European water filter. And I've had a bunch of others I can't even remember the names of, but nothing has stood out to me as much as this LifeStraw Pitcher. So many different ways. The people at LifeStraw have really paid close attention to every detail, and the pitcher itself is not designed like any other water filter pitcher I've ever owned. Almost every water pitcher has the same design as one of the original water filter pitchers, like the Brita. You know what I mean? That rectangular shape or some slight variation of that. This water filter just feels nice. It has a really nice even pour. It feels like a high-end or a luxury item. I can definitely recall with other pitchers in the past where I would be pouring and the lid would pop off, or sometimes the water would go shooting out and spill on the table or on the floor because the lid or the spout would stick. Now that I've been using this LifeStraw, the plastic on those lids of so many other water filters just seems cheap. It just has a very sleek look and feel to it. It has an easy fill top. You don't need to use your thumb or pop a lid open to fill it. And it has a nice, really does have a nice, steady, even pour that makes it feel more high end than other water pitchers, despite being similarly priced as many other filters that aren't even as good as this one. And now to talk about what really makes this pitcher so awesome, which is its dual filters. The LifeStraw has two filters as opposed to just one. One is an activated carbon and ion exchange filter, and the other is a membrane microfilter. The activated carbon and ion exchange filter reduces heavy metals like lead and mercury. It reduces chlorine and bad odors for improved taste, and it reduces a number of chemicals like pesticides and herbicides, just to name a few. It also has a membrane microfilter. This membrane microfilter removes over 99% of bacteria, parasites, and microplastics. And that brings us to LifeStraw as a company. LifeStraw's membrane filters are sort of their specialty and probably what they're most well known for as a brand, because they also make like these survival style and personal water filter that can be used to filter water in the wilderness to clean drinkable water. LifeStraw is really taking out a lot more than what most filters would be able to take out. The other nice thing I personally like about LifeStraw as a company is that they're giving back and helping children in need gain access to clean, safe drinking water. And for every LifeStraw product sold, a child in need will receive clean drinking water for an entire school year. Remove the filter housing from the pitcher and set the housing aside. Now hand wash your pitcher with mild dish detergent and water. Now rinse your pitcher thoroughly. Hand dry or air dry the pitcher. Don't use soap to clean the filter housing, just use the towel that you just used to dry the pitcher to wipe down the filter housing. It has the membrane filter in it, and you definitely don't want to get soap in there. That filter is a different one. It only needs to be replaced about every year. In about 2 months, I will have had this pitcher for about 1 year, so I will replace that filter at that time, and I will probably make another video showing you how to do that. Now pull the filter cap open at the bottom and remove the old filter. So now you can see how small this filter is compared to other filters for other water pitchers, which is awesome because it uses a lot less plastic and it is easier for storage. So here's my new box of 3 filters, which again, this box is about the size of 1 filter for my old pitchers. So LifeStraw recommends putting the filter in the cap and then putting the cap into the filter housing, but I find it's easier just to insert the filter right into the filter housing and then put the cap on. It's just secured by compression, so it doesn't really matter whether you put the filter into the cap and then put the cap on, or put the filter into the housing and then put the cap on. Okay, then you're going to put the housing back into the pitcher. Make sure the grooves on the filter housing line up with the spout on the pitcher. And you are going to fill the pitcher one time, let it run through the filter, and then you're going to dump that water out from that first batch and then refill it. And I sometimes do it twice, but after you run it through at least once, it is ready to drink. So there you have it. That's my quick little review of the LifeStraw Water Pitcher, how to change the filter, and why drinking plenty of water is vital for life and health. If you enjoyed this video, please go down below and hit that like button. If you want to see more content like this in the future, go ahead and subscribe. If not, no worries. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you the next time.